Hey, it's me, Troy from Scare Hollow, and I have this really cool red light on me because I'm in the drive-thru at Taco Bell. Anyways, so now it's kind of cool. Yeah, red light. You don't have to turn on a red light. Okay, this is not a singing vlog. Anyways, so I went tonight to Horsemen haunted house, or haunted ScareGrounds at in Ridgefield, Washington, at the Clark County Fairgrounds. It's about $25 to do the 3 haunts, the laser tag, it's alien laser tag, not zombie laser tag, and a monster photo. Tonight happened to be Freddy Krueger. They've had Beetlejuice and Jason and the other guys and all that kind of stuff. So it's been pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely, it's not going to scare any haunters. It's not going to scare people who are really into Halloween stuff. Mainly because we see that stuff all the time. Oh, red light went off. So it's not the greatest. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, type of a haunt. But there definitely are some really cool parts. One of them is a clown one with you wear the 3D glasses and stuff like that. And it has the chroma depth black light responsive paint on there, which is really cool. A lot of the actors did really good in that one. Then there was the Hill House. That was pretty creepy. Your general Halloween stuff, your general haunted house stuff, a lot of startles, a lot of they had a lot more actors than props, which I'm always for, because a lot of the props nowadays are just air driven, and I'm not really a fan of it. But the air props they did have were good. The laser tag thing was fun. That was cool. You got to shoot, there were people in there shooting you, and you got to shoot them and shoot discs, to get your thing. And we got 30. Me and Scott both got 30. And I guess that's only happened 2 other times, and it was tonight since they've been open. They've been open for a week now. So, okay, hold on. So that was, it was a good haunt. It had your normal scares, and I think probably anybody under the age of 30 would get some pretty good startles for it. It'd be a good date night. $25 is a pretty good date night. So you're not gonna be peeing your pants scared the whole time. There are definitely some spots where I could see some people getting a little freaked out. There are definitely some good rooms in there that will get you. The actors did really well. For what, it's a Thursday night too. So it may not have been their best team, but for the ones that were there, they did really well. So, I definitely give it a thumbs up. And I think that if you are in the Northwest Portland, Southwest Vancouver area, of Washington, that, you can go check it out. It's a good, Friday night, Thursday night, Saturday night, night to go do that, and then come down to Portland and see some of those haunts too. So you should go down on your back. Try that. Whoa, is that fun, Lizzie?
Do you want to do it together?
Alright, let's go pick out some apples.
So it's another end of a weekend of the Halloween season, and we had, I'd say probably about 50 people for the weekend. Some haunters from the Northwest Haunters Association, and then some non-haunters, just people hanging out. Sent them to other haunts around here with our Northwest Haunters map, which I will actually put right there. So if you want to see where we have people all over the Northwest, Canada, Washington, Oregon, we have a map of where everybody is and kind of their info, dates they're open, free, pro haunt, yard display, the different types and stuff like that. So we've got that. And so we sent a lot of people to different people's houses this weekend, and it was very fun. And people sent people here, so that was good. So I haven't gone to Fright Town
or Nightmare Factory or House of Shadows or Fear PDX yet. Those are all on our agenda. I'm probably going to end up doing House of Shadows next week, along with probably Creatures of the Night in West Lynn, which they do an outdoor trail haunt in the city park, and then the Nightmare Factory in Salem, which is that is run by Ed Roberts, who also runs the West Coast Haunters Convention. So we'll go there. Me and Scott Shearer will be going there this maybe Friday night, actually. And then Saturday, I'm going to Washington to tour as many places as I can. So hopefully we can get to the Georgetown Morgue, and we can get to Not Haunted, the Nightmare at the Nile. We want to get to Liz Miller's. We want to get to Jim Erickson's. I'm going to grab Troy Franz from Halloween Hellmouth. I'm going to grab him by force if I have to, and take him with me. And we're going to gallivant around. Maybe we'll dress up. I don't know. So we're going to go to a bunch of different places and see how many places we can get in. Maybe Fright Nights and a couple other up there. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to be up there probably about 5:30ish on Saturday. So that'll be before dark, which will be good. So I'll be able to maybe me and Troy will go to dinner or something like that, and then we'll head out to haunt. So then on Friday night, I went with my wife as a little date night. Because we're haunters, so we go to haunted houses for date nights. But we went to the Fear Asylum at the Milwaukee Elks Lodge, and down on McLaughlin Boulevard in basically a little south and west of Portland, before you go over the river. And this is put on by the Elks Club, and it was run by Chris House and his wife. I don't remember her name because it was kind of a whirlwind thing, but she's taking it over next year, which is going to be awesome. As well. And so they did kind of a interim. Last year they did a lot of clowns and an asylum type of clowns asylum. This year they did where the asylum is more crazy people with them doing some stuff to the clowns. So the clowns are maybe on their way out and something might be on their way in. So they are changing it up next year because they change it up every year. This was not the same that it was last year at all. Almost very, very, very different. But the scares and the actors, they are a light contact haunt. They touch you a little bit. They do not grab you and stuff like that like they do at House of Shadows, where it would be full contact. So it's a sort of contact, half contact. But it was done very well. They got me a couple of times, and they got my wife intensely towards the end. And if you go, you'll understand why. He is quite an actor. I'll tell you that. Evidently, he is actor gold out here. So I recommend you going to that. It is $15, and it is a long haunt. It goes upstairs and downstairs and back upstairs, and it's quite a trek. But it's all indoors. Even the waiting area is indoors. So it's $15 to get in, which is a steal for how long and what they put into this thing. A lot of there are kids who do the acting. There's some adults that do the acting, and they do have guides for little kids if they need to have a demented nurse go with them. Then that tells the actors to calm down, and so then they'll go through with the kids. But it has to be by request because they won't just assume because you pay in, so you're getting it. So I definitely recommend that. That was a great haunt. They did a very good job. And they're very low key about what they do. They don't send out tons of, they don't do billboards and, all kinds of different advertising. It's very much word of mouth and local. They love being local. And the money goes to charity, goes to the Elks Lodge charities, which then goes back to the community. So you are supporting a charitable cause as well. But they did a very good job. I'm very impressed with what they did. So, and then we went to Evil Dead 2, 35 millimeter version of it at the Hollywood Theater, which is a haunted theater here in Portland. That was awesome. Put on by the Living Dead Horror Convention, which is November 13th through the 15th at the Oregon Convention Center. That will be awesome, and I'm thinking about going to that. Put on by the Living Dead girls out here. They run a company. They do apparel and all kinds of cool stuff. They are some very, very cool girls. And they're at the West Coast Haunters Convention too. And then Sinful Audio Ken Webster was there as well, and he's doing the audio for the entire convention, like overhead audio and ambient audio, and so he was there, and it was very awesome. So definitely check out the Living Dead Horror Convention and Ken Webster, which is Sinister Audio. Very awesome audio stuff. I have it playing. It's not playing right now, but I have one of his CDs playing on my haunt out here right now. It's been playing for the last couple of nights, and I've gotten some really awesome comments on it. Like, it's been really creepy. Like, all of a sudden, you'll hear like these chains clanging, and then this little girl will go, "Mommy, Mommy, where are you?" So, anyways, so there's that. Yeah. So then, I have added. You can't really see them. Actually, you can see. I'll show you one of them. There's another one right there, and then there's another one right there, and then there's another couple over there. But I'll let the cat out of the bag, basically. I am not totally impressed with my own tombstones. I'm working on making better ones and taking classes from the Davises and Witch Creek Cemetery as well, so that I can do better tombstones, because mine are good for what that was my second try, was the ones I've had for the last couple of years, and I'm impressed with them. They're not bad. I'm not going to say that I'm a terrible artist, I'm just not the best at foam, but I gotta learn, so haunting is learning as well. So Scott Shear from Sheer Terror, and also Northwest Haunters Association co-president, he lent me his tombstones and his jig and his rebar, and we pounded them down on Saturday, and I put some of my lights up, and I've got more lights in the mail coming that I'm going to wire up, so these are really bright, so that there's some really cool, because these are really cool tombstones, and then I want to light up mine a little better. So the lights you see on them now is not the final lighting. That should be up sometime in the middle of this week, so I think I'm going to get them on Monday. So I will put them up, and it will be super awesome. My guy's not. I turned my thing to the other direction because it was on this side, and I moved it to that side, and the fog machine ran out of fog. And it's really hard to get it out because I gotta remove the chains and flip it up and hold it and fill it back up. It's not fun. And so so that's one big new addition. I got a new Thunder and Lightning CD. I shouldn't point because it puts a shadow in my face. A new Thunder and Lightning machine, which actually has more realistic thunder and lightning and rain sounds than the Perfect Storm audio CD that comes with it. So I'm thinking about what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an image file of it, and if anybody wants it, just email me at scarehollowpdx.com, and I will email you the little image file, or I'll put it on the Dropbox and then give you a public link to it. So if anybody wants that, it is 77 minutes long. It has a 45-minute track of just thunder and lightning and rain from a real thunderstorm, and then a quick 4-minute clip of the Entering the Graveyard from those CDs back in like the 70s or whatever, or 60s or 80s or whatever. It's a very cool. When you hear it, you'll really like it. It's a guy who's talking about this graveyard, and you shouldn't be here. And it actually has thunder and lightning in it as well. So even that plays to it. And then there's 2 more tracks of 10 and 20 minutes each of more thunder and lightning. So it's 77 minutes long. It's really good. Actually, here, hold on. See if it's actually playing right now. Oh, no, you can't hear it. Anyways, maybe I'll stand in front of the hearse now. Get some different lighting here. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. That's different lighting. I'm standing in front of the hearse. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants that, I will send it on over. It was off of free downloadable audio tracks, so you're not stealing anything. So that's a new addition. And then I got some foam from the Davis Graveyard, some extra foam, and I'm going to be remaking something from a couple years ago, the main part of it, and then adding the other parts that I've already made that I used a couple years ago, and put that back together and put it in the yard, because it deserves to be out here. I spent a lot of time on it, and I'm not going to let it sit in my backyard and rot. So that will go up this week as well. Probably I'm gonna carve the foam tomorrow, foam coat it, get it all ready to go, and then paint it. So it should be up by maybe Wednesday or Thursday. It's supposed to be nice all week, so I got plenty of time. So I'll add that before this weekend, definitely. And then put the new lighting up, and I think we'll be good. So yeah, so Friday night we're going to haunts. Saturday we're going to haunts. Sunday I'm sitting on my butt and not doing anything, and I will probably go into some more local. My hand there. Probably going to some more local haunts around here. We found a couple of new graveyards over here in East County in Gresham and Troutdale. So we will go and see them as well. So we'll check them out. Supposedly one of them is, well, both of them I heard are really good. So I'm glad I got a lot of friends out here now. So I will leave you now. Oh look. It decided to fog while I wasn't standing there the whole time. It didn't fog, and then now it fogs. Anyway, so Scare Hollow out. Thanks for staying for the whole freaking vlog, and haunt on.